Warning, this is an adult-oriented podcast about really perverse things, like communication and consent. If you are under 18 and looking for answers to questions about sex or kink, please visit scarletteen.com. For the dude bro listeners, this is the nerdy shit. Fuck off!
Man whore, everybody wants to be a man whore. Man whore, a man whore on Lala's land.
Let me know when you're gonna push the button. Did you push a button?
I did.
You pushed it?
Yeah.
Hello, Lala Landia. This is Lala, and this is my land. My Lanta. I just drank half a little baby monster, and I'm a little bit spazzy.
That's a baby monster?
Yeah, look, it's only 10 ounces instead of like 87.
Oh, okay.
Right. Tonight I'm joined with Blue, Sirs Blue.
Yes.
Yes, hi.
Hello.
How you?
Doing okay.
Good. We've only talked a couple times.
Yes.
Briefly.
Very briefly.
Briefly.
I think Wicked was the longest we've talked, actually.
Yeah. Last night. Oh, which would be a week ago for you guys. So, we're going to talk about sex.
And that's fine with me.
But before we do that, I wanted to talk about last night, which was Wicked, which was a week ago for you guys.
Is this the sex talk already?
No.
Oh.
No. So there was a young man that sat next to me, and I was trying to talk to him, and I'm trying to learn all the things that I'm supposed to learn with the generation that's here now, right? The things that I'm not used to asking, like, what is your orientation, right? No, that's the wrong word.
Pronouns.
What is it?
Pronouns.
What are your pronouns? Let's go with
him.
that. He, him. And then what is your... I don't want to say sexual orientation because that sounds way too forward, but like, how would I ask?
I would say, you could probably, I think more important than orientation is how you identify, because you can have he, him pronouns and not identify as male.
Okay.
I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm just letting you know. But orientation, unless you have an interest in that person, like you want to do something with them, you kind of really don't need to know their orientation. That's my personal.
That's my reply too.
I do want to know your orientation because we are going to
Yes.
talk about sex, and I don't want to ask you the wrong question. I might anyways because, I'm me.
It is perfectly fine.
But what is your orientation?
Which mine, for some reason, most people find weird. I am gay, but demi-romantic, meaning I will have a non-sexual relationship with anyone,
But only a sexual relationship with demigods. Right?
No, that would be
Demigorgons.
demisexual.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm mainly attracted to males sexually.
Okay.
But some non-binary people as well.
Okay. So, but normally you wouldn't ask I'm looking at Anemic Princess for help here. Normally you just wouldn't ask someone you just met that.
Yeah, because I would say that when you first meet someone, that's typically none of your business, unless you do have an interest in that person or want to know if you can have an interest in that person. So I would say maybe in our lifestyle, it may be a slightly more acceptable to ask.
Okay.
But, generally, I wouldn't go up to you, Lala, and be like, oh, hi, my name is Mel. Are you gay? Like,
Well, yes, I am. Well, I'm bi.
yeah, and then I'd be like, okay, cool, we already got the ball rolling, but that's how I feel about it. I feel like it's more important to know their pronouns and maybe even their identity, but really pronouns are most important because the rest of it will come to light later.
Okay. So I think I was trying to ask the person what his pronouns were, but I was like, what is your, how do you identify? Because I get all those terminologies incorrect. Okay, we're gonna move forward. Let's talk about sex. Let's see. Have you or would you have a threesome?
Yes, I have, and I would again.
Yes.
Yes.
Good. That's fun. I've done that. Naughty. Do you watch porn?
On the rare occasion.
Okay. Is there a certain porn that turns you on? That you would if you were gonna watch it, like what genre?
I lean more towards, I guess, animated style, because I've always preferred the drawings over actual video.
Okay. So like a book? Or is it a video?
It's still a video, but it's just the the artist style is more what gets me into things instead of the actual concept.
Okay. What are your fetishes?
Collar, leash, impact. I think some RPs are like schoolboy, along those lines kind of thing.
Yeah. Naughty schoolboy.
On occasion.
Fun. Have you ever had sex in public?
Embarrassed to admit, but yes. I was in my younger days of not thinking clearly as a teenager. Is to where the stupidity of stuff comes in.
Okay. So you felt like that wasn't a good idea?
Now looking back on it, yeah. Just for the aspects of having one of my partners being in the paralegal field and learning the laws more clearly of things.
Okay.
Laws, smas. They're made to be broken, bent and twisted, turned around back on themselves.
Can I ask a question for Lala?
Yes, please.
So, kink-wise, what sort of role or title do you identify most with?
I am definitely a switch, but I'm still submissive. I'm still leaning more towards the submissive side, if I can actually speak properly for once.
So would you say you're like a bottom-heavy switch, maybe?
Yeah, most likely.
Okay. Very cool. Are there any other, like, kink titles or hats that you wear that you would say? So, like, if that's your general kink identity, like, do you, like, when you top, like, do you identify as, like, when I'm in this headspace, I'm a dominant, or I'm a daddy, or I'm a disciplinarian? Do you have anything like that?
I have yet to really discover too much of it. I know I've considered myself a baby boy most of the time, especially when bottoming. I've only topped a handful of people, and I'm still exploring that, so I don't really have a title for it just yet. But there's always room to evolve.
Absolutely. So you talked about the bottom side, how you identify as a baby boy. What other things do you kind of relate with on the bottom side?
Well, most that know me, pretty much, my pet space is in my name title, so most people know me by that. Being a little is always a given for me as well. Not really sure if there's anything else on that note.
Does baby boy refer to the little space? Or is that something different?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because I haven't, dove into any scening or anything while in headspace. But then even being called a baby boy while scening still appeals to me.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
I feel like I have something similar too, so.
You're doing such a great job.
Trying so hard not to call her a baby boy.
Let's go back. Let's get a little more sexy.
Yes.
Have you ever met someone just for a hookup?
Yes.
So when you did that, what was your go-to article of clothing?
Loose shorts and a Lucius shirt.
So comfortable?
Comfortable, easy to maneuver out of.
Yeah. So when you're having sexual relations, do you like to be on the top or the bottom? That would be our audience. Coming and going.
Given on the person, rarely on occasion I will be considered the top during but a lot of times I'm more the bottom. And the position tends to switch up on occasion.
Yeah, good. That's more fun that way.
Yes.
I think, anyways. Did you guys have any more sexy questions? I think that's what I have for tonight.
I think that was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, let's jump into...
From Bakersfield to Mount Olympus, Gotham Press talks naughty business. Sexual topics to explore your whoredom. Good if you're new or a kinky Yoda. Gotham Press Podcast. The dirty kinksters your parents warned you about.
Welcome back, Gothamites, to the Gotham Press Podcast. This is one of your hosts, Anemic Princess. We're also joined today by Thief of Dreams.
Hello.
And Micromanager Lala.
Woot woot!
And we are also joined today by our special guest, Sirs Blue. Hi, Blue.
Hello.
Before we get started, we would like to thank our supporters over on Patreon. For just $1 a month, you can help the podcast thrive. And for $5 a month, you get early access to episodes. If you want to know where we can be found later on, you just got to look in the show notes. And if you always want to reach out to us, you can talk to us through Candy's Sweet Box, which one of these guys are going to have to give me the phone number for that.
805
303
1173.
Yes. You guys are awesome. I'll remember it at some point. I'm just real bad with numbers.
You will remember it. You will.
About that.
We will beat it into you.
So I would also like to very quickly thank our sponsors. We'll talk more about them later in depth, but our sponsors are Steel Brat Passies, JW Paddles, Piercings by B, LLC, and Thief's Touch. So with all that out of the way, let's get into some of our topics for today.
Yay! That was so good.
Thank you.
All professional and stuff.
I know.
Dag Navatron. Where have you been? I like it.
So our first topic of the day is we want to talk about toy bags. I'm not sure who brought this particular one up. Was it you, Lala?
It was me.
Oh.
Nice.
It was me.
Were you cleaning out some stuff?
I need to.
Oh.
And I think all of us need to.
Yeah.
Because things have been sitting for over a year, almost 2 years now. And it would be a really good idea to go through that bag and make sure everything's clean and properly functioning. Fresh batteries, clean, supple. Any hardware is tightened, all that kind of thing.
Hopefully none of your floggers have been sitting in a bag for a year.
Mine have. Yeah.
Oh, woman.
I know. So I have this list of stuff.
Okay.
Okay. First,
Holy hell. That's
You can actually tell it's an actual list.
like a
because
CVS
I know
list.
it's very long. I
Yeah.
actually taped 2 pieces of printer paper together because
You didn't want to staple them?
that's how I fly. Oops, I'm so sorry.
You're good.
So I just hit Blue's mic, and that is something I do a lot because I talk with my hands. Okay, so
She
just be
assaults the
prepared. Poor Jack last week was like, nah, I'm being assaulted.
I am a sadomasochist, so it doesn't bother me.
You're just going to take a mic to the face. You're like, oh, so hot.
I just worry because, there's this protective metal mesh screen. I'm telling this to the listeners so they can visualize. And the edges aren't finished. They're very sharp.
Yeah,
and
that's
they can
really
cut you.
weird.
There's no,
they're cheap.
border. So I
Right.
just worry that you're going to get your face cut with that. Anybody
I have
that
an
sits
Aussie blue healer mix at home that has broken my nose several times and has sharp claws and will not let me trim them, so I am not worried at all.
Aussie, Aussie,
there. Okay,
Aussie.
all right. Well, let's chat about our sex toys. Have you ever just tossed your sex toy back into your goodie drawer or bag after you've done a really good job with it?
I used to.
You used to? Anyone else? Just toss that sucker aside and cuddle up for the end of sexy time shenanigan cuddle fest.
I feel like that's okay to do in the moment, but they should be picked up and cleaned and put away properly afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Blue?
I have once, and sadly it was not a good quality toy that was already damaged, apparently, without me realizing it. Because I did used to have longer nails back then, and they apparently punctured the silicone.
Oh,
no.
So that was a quick, okay, no, this is going to have to be replaced and with better quality, and I'm not throwing it in a drawer anytime soon now.
Good. Yeah. All right. Because disinfecting and properly storing your sexaccessories, I'm sure is the last thing on your mind after getting off. But not taking the time could mess with your health and your toy's shelf life.
That's true.
Playing with unclean sex toys that you have not stored correctly is kind of like eating a loose mint that's been rolling around in your purse, your pocket, your gym bag, right? What?
Nice and warm, ready to go.
So gross. You gonna put that inside you?
Warm gummy worms? Yes.
Yes. So here's a quote from a sex educator and owner of a feminist sex shop. Her name is Sarah Diosh. Anyway, she says, "You want to clean your sex toys every time you use them because dirty," and then I put in quotes, used, toys can introduce bacteria and possibly cause infections. They can also collect lint, dust, and other debris that you want to keep out of your bits.
Yeah, because you know what dust
End
is?
quote. Yeah.
Mostly human skin.
Dead skin, and skin might poop.
Yeah.
I learned about that the first time I got a silicone dildo, right? Because it was awesome, had a great time with it. And so I went and I was, responsible. I cleaned it up after, but I didn't dry it off. Mm-hmm. I came back to it because I had left it on my bed and I was like, oh my God, it picked up every single piece of hair that was in here. Mm-hmm. It was super hard to wash off. I had to pick them all off.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man. So now I even make sure I store them carefully so that it doesn't just attract things to it.
Yeah, they're like nasty debris magnets.
Yeah.
You never want to store jelly or soft non-silicone toys together because they'll will melt. They will literally melt.
They will fuse together
against each other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I heard that that's not the greatest quality stuff you should really have anyway. Well, for insertables, I should say.
Right. So a lot of packages are going to say for novelty use only. And that usually indicates that the manufacturer may be trying to get around certain standards that, we have for reasons. So seeking out toys that are designated as medical grade, that'll ensure high quality and safety for your bits. I mean,
Nice.
So
now, I have a friend, I guess I will call them, who... she uses her toys and then puts them back in the original packaging they came in.
Yeah, they do suggest in a couple of the articles that I read about this, they do highly suggest doing that. So I do have a list of all of the different types of materials that toys can be made out of, including leather, cotton, vinyl, nylon. Do you guys want to yell one out, or you want to pass this around and kind of look? You can see.
I'm curious what it says for leather.
Well,
I'll tell you what it says for leather.
Okay.
And also I'd like to throw out there, I'm curious what it says about jelly rubber.
Okay.
And vinyl, and if it talks anything about the porous stuff. TPR, is that on your list? It's porous. That's all you need to know about it. So
TPR, I don't
like a pumice stone.
No, not quite like a pumice. Oh my God, that just gave me an awful feeling in my vagina.
That's like sandpaper on a condom or glitter on a condom. Okay. Do you remember that? Glitter on a condom? Okay, leather. So those of you out there who have been storing your floggers in a bag for a year and a half like I have, this is what they say. It is
shame. Shame.
Stop shaming me.
Shame.
It is a porous material. So you're going to want to spot clean it with a damp, soapy cloth. So just spot clean it. So if you see any, I don't know.
Debris.
Blood, debris.
Nope, stop.
Juice.
Not blood.
Not blood.
Blood is a different process.
Well, bleach.
Okay,
for that?
so let me
just says...
let me stop you.
Yeah,
stop me.
So what you can do with leather is if it's not too dried out, then you can use just a regular leather conditioner like Fibings 4-way.
What does it say? One more time.
Fibings.
Spell it for me.
Fiebings.
Okay.
And they have a 4-way conditioner, which is really good. There's a bunch of different leather conditioners out there.
Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. Will that change the color of the leather?
It can.
Depends on what kind of conditioner you get. I would like to recommend just a little plug for somebody. There's this stuff called Rebel Rubs, and it's made by a boot black in the community. Mm-hmm. Not in our particular community, but in the community at large.
Okay.
And it's really great for leather care so far that I've used it. Mm-hmm. So, and I've used it on more than just my boots. I've used it on my other leathers, and it's been keeping them nice and put together.
But does it change the color?
It has not for me.
Okay.
Any conditioner has the potential to change the color of a leather because
You're introducing moisture, right?
Yeah.
and oils and stuff, and so it can change. It all depends on the leather too, but you can also use a combination of 10% bleach, 90% water,
Okay.
and just on a rag, and then just moistened rag, don't drench it or
Right.
dunk it, and wipe down your leather and then let it air dry. People will hang their leather out in the sun
Yes.
for a couple of hours.
That was mentioned in the article.
That is an
But not
effective
for a
way.
long time because
No,
it'll dry
yeah,
out your
you don't
leather
want it to-
and make it crispy,
Yep.
right?
And then you'll have to condition it again.
Yeah.
One of the things that I get with like floggers is people will be like, "Well, I just bought it. Do I need to condition it?" Usually, floggers are going to be conditioned. The leather itself is conditioned, before the flogger maker gets it, and then they will probably condition it after they've created your flogger. So, chances are you're good. But get in touch with them and find out specifically from them too, because like the conditioners and stuff you don't want to use on suede because it'll just mess it up.
Yeah.
On suede you can use brushes, light brushes, and brush away the debris. But yeah, anything, if you're trying to like the bleach in the water, you really only need to do if you're using it on different partners.
Well, I would also like to add to that at least the way that I've been taught in the community is that if you get blood on that leather, then that now belongs to that partner.
Yeah.
You should
definitely.
traditionally gift it to whoever's blood is on it for it to be used solely on them.
Yeah.
And if they're your partner, then that works out great. But if they're not and you're playing with other partners, you should never use that from your kit on someone else.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you should make sure that they know that if you do gift it to them, so they don't take it and use it on somebody else.
Yeah. Right. So, I would also add that if you are going to set your leather in the sun to air out and whatever, if it's a wooden handle, cover that wooden handle because you don't want the sun, especially here in Bakersfield, 106 degree heat on that wood because it will crack it.
Yeah.
It may take a little time, but just better be safe. So cover
Right.
it with a towel.
Good to know.
It says to store in a cool, dry place and not to store it in plastic. So one website said wrap them in a nice towel, a soft terry cloth towel. Like just roll it up.
Doesn't even have to be a nice towel.
No,
it
no.
Can just
Well,
be,
I say nice. I just mean
it can be a regular towel. It can be an old T-shirt.
okay, just something like soft.
Yeah,
right?
soft fabric. Something that's not gonna sweat. That's when I ship my stuff, and it'll never go out in like a plastic bag or anything. It's always wrapped in some kind of cloth in the box, and that's mostly just to keep it from getting like having the cardboard of the box itself suck any moisture out of the leather in transit, which it can do. So
Okay.
keep that in mind.
That's
when
good to know. I
storing
didn't
as
know
well.
that.
Yep.
But it makes sense.
I've learned that fleece actually works really well
Oh,
with how soft it is.
that's a good idea. Old flannel sheet. Cut it to the size, right? Something like that. Fleece.
Yeah,
Is that, or are you talking about like sheep's like fleece? Help me.
no, like how the fleece blankets and stuff.
Okay. It's because I got sheep in my head. And I was like,
Just take a whole sheep.
sheepskin, roll it up, and the lanolin will do the thing. Yeah.
If you want to go the expensive route, sure.
I think the lanolin would mess up the leather. The oil. It's oil.
True.
Okay. You were asking, Anemic, about vinyl.
Yes.
It is porous. So you want to, again, it says wash with warm soapy water and a washcloth. And then you put it in a lint-free fabric bag.
Oh.
But I think if it's vinyl clothing, like PVC vinyl clothing, back in the day when it first, well, I mean, I'm aging myself a lot, but when it first started being popular, and I know it was popular way before I was even born, but they would powder them?
Yeah, you would do it with talc, and then you put them in their own separate bags.
Yeah.
You talc them. They still do that.
Okay,
I have
so-
a friend who's into it.
But when you get it out, it's covered in powder. So is that where you get the soft rag and wipe it down? Or?
I honestly don't know enough
Okay.
about it to give you that answer.
That's fair.
I do know that you talk them. Actually, since I'm going to go see my friend who does that this weekend, I'll come back next week and I'll let you know.
Perfect. We
I'll
love
ask them
that.
some questions.
We love that.
I could just imagine the feel of having it on and then having somebody with a cool, like, moist towel rubbing you down. And you'd feel that coldness sink through and just kind of...
Yeah, right?
along.
That would
That'd be
feel
really
good.
cool.
I heard about that with a lot of people with rubber. They like being wet while in it. Like, and I've seen that a lot in like porn that has to do with rubber. There's a lot of it that includes water. I mean, part of it, it's visually just very appealing anyway
Right.
to see the water on the rubber. But yeah, now I think about it, maybe that's what it is. I'll have to ask.
Yeah. You were asking about jelly rubbers, latex.
Yeah, jelly rubber, latex, and if they mention TPR, just because it's another porous
I've
material.
never heard of that. But okay, so the jelly rubber and elastomer, latex, cyber skin, those are all porous. Again, warm soapy water, but they mean antibacterial soap. And pretty much everyone is great. Just unscented antibacterial soap.
Like
and then-
tattoos.
And then individually and lint-free fabric bag or non-plastic container for each one. You don't want to put them together. Like I said, they'll meld into each other.
Oh, could we go back to leather real quick?
You bet.
Okay, because we'd mentioned the gifting it if there's blood on it. The reason for that is because there is absolutely, positively no way to remove bloodborne pathogens from leather without destroying the leather.
Okay.
I don't care what your friend
Magic.
told you or whatever, whoever said no, you can't without destroying the leather. And
Yeah.
it will absolutely destroy the leather to do that. So
Yeah.
just can't be done.
All right.
And I want to give a hot take really quick about porous materials.
Sure.
Ooh.
I am of the opinion where if you have a toy that you know is porous, I would not use that amongst partners that are not fluid bonded also with each other.
Agreed.
Because I did have a porous toy and I didn't know because I just bought it on a whim from a toy store, and I used it on my girlfriend and I was like, okay, awesome. And at some point I went and looked up the toy later, found out it was made from TPR, which is porous, and I was like, I think that I shouldn't use this on any of my other partners that are not fluid bonded with her.
Now, you can use it if you put a condom on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. If you put a condom on it, then yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that that's, it's only fair, and you should be letting your partners know that anyway.
Right.
If you're sharing toys amongst them, because with the porous stuff, there's no way to fully clean it.
Yeah. It even, in one of the articles, it even said to take a soft toothbrush, like a soft bristled toothbrush,
And kind of scrub at
gently scrub the nooks and crannies, because you know how some of them are like realistic and have the veins and the nooks and
wrinkles.
crannies and the wrinkles.
The nut sacks.
Right. And like Blue had said earlier, the toy that he used had a crack in it. Like you cut it with your fingernail, right?
That's why I'm assuming I did.
Yeah. So in those situations, when you're cleaning your toy, you want to really look for those situations and make, if you're going to keep the toy, make sure you really get in there and get it clean. And then maybe just for your own sanity and safety, use it with a condom. Just because you don't know what's laying in there and growing.
True.
Yeah. Glass, Pyrex, silicone, stainless steel. All of these are non-porous. You can put those in the dishwasher.
Glass is my favorite. My first toy was glass.
I don't
And
know
I
if
still
I
have
would
it.
put glass in the dishwasher though.
If it's like Pyrex, you can put Pyrex in
Yeah.
the dishwasher.
Right, but
Yeah.
how would you know?
I don't know.
You would have to know when you get the thing.
Right.
If it might say dishwasher safe on it, who knows?
Right.
Right,
But
yeah.
even then I would still be, because that dishwasher gets really hot.
Yeah.
I think a lot of glass toys are actually tempered glass.
Yeah.
I would definitely say top rack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's up to you. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Personally, I wash mine by hand because I don't want the mortifying experience of someone finding my toy in the dishwasher. So
Right. So these you also want to put in a lint-free fabric bag or a padded container.
Next to the sippy cups.
I have a glass. Well, I haven't looked at it in a long time. I can't remember if it's a butt plug or just a phallic thing. Sorry, it's in a Pelican box, like a gun box kind of, but it's all padded and it's all in there neatly.
Okay, Pelican cases don't have to be for guns.
I don't know what else. It looks like a gun box.
Right.
I don't know. Pelican case.
It probably
whatever.
is, but I'm just saying.
Anyway, stainless steel you can clean with a stainless steel cleaner. I'm not sure I would want to.
yeah, I don't know.
I
sure that's body
I
safe.
probably wash it after I
After
did
even
that.
doing that, yeah, I think
Shine
I
it
would
up
do the
and
same.
then scrub it up, and then hope it kept. I don't know. Anyway. Anything else you guys want to know about? There's so many things.
I'd just say that I don't know. Is anyone else a fan of glass toys? Because I know a lot of people who are like, oh, I hate them. They're so rigid. And I'm like, oh, that's That's like the best part.
I've not used it. I need to get it out. I'm going to get it out because I have a play date on Sunday, and I'm going to take it and put it in Modi.
Try it out and see. I know for me, because they're so rigid, smaller glass toys. When they're bigger, I don't like them. Mm-hmm. But because they're so rigid, the smaller ones really do it for me. Because the one that I have it's a little tentacle. It's really cute and it's pink.
Of course.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want one.
Should we, because you said that, everyone, go to Discord, go to Lala's Room of Wonders. Mm-hmm. There's a contest in there. Jay of JW Paddles has purchased something for me that I'm going to open on the show next week. But he's giving you guys a chance to guess what it is. One guess per person. I'm going to keep track. Whoever guesses it right is going to get a free paddle.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do that. Discord, Gotham Press podcast in Lala's Room of Wonders.
Mm-hmm.
You can find the link to it in the show notes.
Perfect.
Yep.
All right. I shouted that out. I'm excited because the clues are tentacle.
And the girth of it.
3.3 inches is the girth, and then you can put it in your mouth.
And it can be hot or cold.
Yeah, and I really thought it was going to be like a sucker or something, but then he said girth. I don't know. I'm stumped. We got some good guesses though so far.
Hey,
I'm excited.
The stainless steel or glass could be a thing too.
What? A stainless steel or glass tentacle? Toy?
Yeah, or tentacle, yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited.
All I know is I would really appreciate a link to it afterwards. Because that does sound very interesting and intriguing.
Yeah. Are you on Discord? You are on Discord.
I actually just joined yesterday, I believe.
Perfect.
Because Jack finally sent me the link.
All right. We'll get you into Gotham Press. Huh?
What's the Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing that looks like a gynecologist tool?
Oh.
What, a speculum?
Yeah.
What about it?
Maybe that's what it is.
Oh.
Like a tentacle speculum? Oh, a big one if it's 3.3 inches girth.
Maybe it just opens out big. Well, let's not give any.
Yeah,
let's
no
not give
ideas.
anything away.
Yeah.
So get on there and vote. I'm sorry, that's the only place we can vote.
Yep.
You got to be on Discord. So
Gotta
join
be on
Discord.
Discord.
Get on
You
it.
should be on there anyway, though.
Yeah, because we do get on there and chat with you.
Yeah.
So if you're fans and you want to chat and ask questions and say hey.
And sometimes we have questions for you.
Exactly. Yeah. But this time there's actually a prize. So get out there. Did you guys have any other questions about toys? Before you guys answer that, one thing that I read multiple times was Cavi wipes. You should it's not on this list, so don't look at this list. It's a different article. Thief is trying to look at my paper. You can look at it all
I
you
can't
want.
see that anyway. I'm blind.
If you don't know what Cavi wipes are, it's a medical grade, basically Cavi wipes.
So it's like caviar wipes?
It comes in a spray, but it also comes in like Lysol wipes, like baby wipes.
Oh.
Right.
Right? And it's a 3-minute process. You wipe it with this wet wipe.
And
then
let
you
it air dry?
And let it air dry. But then you're going to want to go in again and wash it with warm, soapy water. But it will kill everything that you can imagine. We use it in the dental office. But I think you can get it on Amazon.
So it's
Because during
Cavicide.
COVID, that was the only time we could get it. So Cavicide wipes or spray.
And if you're buying it online, look for the vet versions and save yourself a whole bunch of money.
Also, don't use it on your leather because it will ruin your leather.
Yeah.
Don't use it on your leather or
Yeah,
vinyl.
you shouldn't use anything really on your leather that isn't supposed to go in leather.
Yeah, I vote with that, yes.
Soap and water is okay, lightly. A little bit of bleach, a lot of water, lightly. That's about it.
Yeah, and sun. Sun kills a lot of things
Sunlight.
too.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else have questions about dirty toys? How about the audience? We have a fun little audience. They're all getting ready to go to Dam Camp tomorrow, and they're all very excited. And it's very exciting. I'm jealous, but
Are you going?
I'm not.
I thought you were for some
Anemic,
reason.
are you going?
I am
Anemic's
going.
going. Blue, are you going?
Yes.
So 5 people
Damn.
in this room are going. Are you going, Thief?
No.
No. 4. Raven's not going. Okay.
Well, 4 of us are going, and then we're just going to have to bring pictures back for our folks that...
Oh,
And
but you guys are
share
going to
some
have so much
stories.
fun. I've been multiple times. I love it. It's so much fun.
Yeah. It's going to be really good this year.
Yeah. I'm excited for you guys. I want to hear all about it when you get back. But let's move on to Anemic. I think you put this next topic up.
I did. I actually, a part of the reason why I put this one in here is because of Blue. Because I did know that he does a bit of switching. I didn't know if he was top heavy, bottom heavy, somewhere in the middle. But I have just kind of like a couple of questions because you're polyamorous.
Yes.
And so how many partners do you have?
Currently, I have 4.
You have 4 partners. And do you bottom for some of them, top for some of them?
I top for one and bottom for one, but I'm not sexual with the other 2.
Okay. That's good to know. So that kind of helps though. So there's at least one that you occasionally top for and there's one that you'll bottom for. So you've been in spaces with both of those 2 particular partners, right?
Yes.
So I kind of wonder, how do you handle that? Especially since, are you in a dynamic with the one that you bottom for, or do you just bottom for him sometimes?
I'm currently not in a dynamic with the one I bottom for. We are in the midst of renegotiating everything. Sadly, family life kind of gets in the way of all that.
Yeah, I totally get that. So I just kind of wonder, when you're in spaces with all of your partners, how do you handle that? Like, do you automatically feel more submissive when you're around the one that you bottom for, and more topping around the one, or more dominant, I suppose, when you're around the one you top for? Like, how does it affect you personally?
I definitely feel more dominant around the one I top. Mm-hmm. There's never a moment that I actually feel submissive in that aspect. With the one I bottom for, it does switch back and forth as both of us are switches. We just haven't explored me actually topping with him.
I see.
I have a question, if I may.
Yeah.
And you don't have to answer this. You can tell me to shut up. You said that you have 2 partners that you're not sexual with?
Yes, that is where being demi-romantic comes into play, as I'm not sexually attracted to cisgendered women. I'm only sexually attracted to non-binary and males.
So how does, if I may ask, how do those relationships? We had this kind of discussion before, and I was curious if you could have a poly relationship, or I guess just any relationship that is more than a friendship, if there's no sex involved.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It's definitely a thing. Most people have. I don't know if a lot of people actually have kind of run into that, but the relationship may not have sex in it, but there is still the intimacy, cuddling, hand-holding, showing affection, kissing, going out and doing dates and stuff. It's all pretty much a regular relationship, just without sex.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, it's kind of like how, I should say, some asexual people who don't have sex at all, because some asexual people do have sex, but some asexual people who are in relationships that don't have sex still have incredibly successful relationships with their partners, even though sex isn't a factor that's a part of it.
Good, that makes me feel better.
I don't know why it does, but I'm happy for you.
I was worried. I was like, wait, so can I not ever have a relationship if I'm not having sex with somebody, or is that still a possibility? So I was lost amongst the many definitions of a relationship, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm married to someone who doesn't have sex. And it's
Yeah.
a wonderful relationship on every aspect. Every aspect.
Yeah. And I've had relationships with people that we've never touched genitals with. It's when they honestly goes, "Hey, babe." But we still had a very like intense, emotionally connected relationship with each other. So, and that was something, admittedly, that I didn't know if I could do, because I consider myself to be almost a hypersexual person.
Right.
So I didn't know if I could be in a relationship like that. And it was just went perfectly, went normal. And I was like, oh, I guess I am capable of this. So I totally get what you're saying, Blue, with the...
Which I think people that have like the long distance relationships, especially if it's like states to countries away, kind of get that aspect as well.
Yeah. Because you have to be a little... Because, I mean, you could have like phone sex or sexting or whatever, right? But
I'm sure there's toys that kind of connect to phones nowadays, but
you have to find other ways to connect with them.
yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. So, did that answer your question,
Yep.
Thief?
Oh,
okay. So, I kind of wonder, since you are a switch, what factors have to be met? I guess in this case, I want to know what factors have to be met to get you into a top headspace. Because it sounds like a bottom headspace is just a little bit more frequent for you.
Is it equipment?
Lala's handing him a crop.
Luckily not.
Is it an outfit?
It's the connection with the person.
It's my butt.
That is one of the things.
It's Jack's butt. Jack shows his butt, and Blue's like, "Hey, I guess I'm on top now." Ha-ha.
It's mostly the connection with someone. I don't think I could ever actually top someone in pickup play. Then again, I don't even really bottom in pickup play either, as I prefer to know the person.
Yeah.
Now, if I've gone to events, I've met someone a lot, I have at least a trust and friendship built, then sure, I'd be able to scene with them. And I may be able to top that way. It's just never really come up.
Okay.
And I haven't really even seen with anyone that wasn't like pre-planned before an event.
Very neat. So then, well, we talked a little bit. So you're not entirely sure about the topping besides, if Jack shows his butt, you're like, hey-o. What things get you into a bottom headspace then?
A lot of times can either be the firm hand of, okay, this is what we're going to do. Mm-hmm. You need to be here. You need to be this way. Given the clear instructions of what the top wants. Or, as I've experienced, at least at home, it could be the random spur of the moment, get thrown on a bench, and then it's like, okay, this is a thing, and it's kind of an instant drop for me of,
oh, yes, Daddy!
I'm not going to argue.
Chicken.
No, that sounds hot.
Hey,
Like
there
that.
is still times that I might, if I want beat a little bit harder, but if I'm wanting something easy and relaxed into, I'm not going to argue. I won't brat.
But are you a brat? Can you be a brat?
Yes, I can be a massive brat at times. Okay. Probably not as much as Brat of Steel, but
I mean, he has it in his name, so.
Exactly.
I am surrounded by brats.
You are actually. Oh, you are.
I'm not a brat.
Right.
I'm not going to deny it. I am a brat.
Yes.
I am a princess.
But you know what? You're a brat as well.
Never.
You're the biggest brat.
You are a
Nope.
brat. Okay, you can just deny it.
La,
all you
la,
want.
la, la.
Look at him. He's bratting
See,
right now.
I know. Such a child. We love you.
So, actually, can I pose the same question to you, Lala?
Absolutely.
Since I know that you have topped, but it's not really your thing, right?
No, it's not my thing.
So, you do that for funsies. But what actually gets you into it is bottoming. What sort of factors have to be met for you to get into that more submissive or bottoming headspace?
Role playing.
Role playing?
Yeah, I'll plan out a scene, pass it on to my partner, and then it really starts with just a look in his eye, maybe a handful of hair, shoving me down. Like, this man is so strong, he can literally hold me down with one finger. And he just laughs because I will fight and struggle. I'm not very strong, but he is stupid strong. His hands he's a mechanic, so he just is always doing hand stuff and is so strong, and it just tickles him so much to have me wrestle with him. And I'm a brat, so of course I'm going to fight and run away and all the things. But yeah, definitely just the look and the fact that he's going to go along with my role playing is such a turn on, and it takes me, like, I'll put on an outfit for whatever character I'm playing. Yeah, and I may be toppy in my character, but I am broken pretty fast.
Oh, okay.
So,
Because I like that.
You like that part of it?
Yeah.
Kind of like the power being forcibly, consensually,
Exactly.
but forcibly taken away from you.
Absolutely.
I love that too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
so could I set up a scene for you two? Where you're Little Red Riding Hood and he's the big bad wolf?
That sounds hot.
Because in the original tale, she gets into bed with the wolf knowing
dog?
It's a wolf.
She does?
Yes.
Ooh, I do have a red cape.
Yep.
I
Can I borrow it for camp?
No.
Dude, that scene in
It's-
the woods would be pretty hot, though.
It's really nice fabric, and I would be really sad if it got destroyed in the woods.
Do you not trust Jack? To
I
take
don't
care
trust
of
the
some-
elements.
Oh.
The
Actually,
trees,
that
the
is a
weeds.
fair judgment for me because that kind of scene just kind of triggered a primal prey aspect in my head, and I will not be responsible for what may happen to articles of clothing.
Hey, I will look through my costume closet because I do have a costume closet, and if I have a one that I did not build myself, a less luxurious one, I will make sure you get it. When are you leaving?
Early in the morning.
Oh, then no, you can't.
I am going to Walmart.
I'm so sorry. Use a red towel.
There you go.
Or a
Wrap
red-
it around your head.
A
like-
red.
Red
Oh,
blanket.
I know for a fact that Captain Awesome has red sheets. Just rip it off his bed.
Hey, you just got new ones.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
He won't mind.
I know what happened to him, Mom.
And just tie it around your neck like you did when you were little. It's perfect.
Wait, I need to go back for a second.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I just thought, are you so into roleplay that you have a costume closet? Please tell me there's another reason for it. I mean, actually, don't tell me there's another reason for it because it's pretty awesome if that's why you have it.
Well, I have a theater background.
Oh,
And so
okay.
building costumes was a thing. But really, I was a prop mistress, so I built props. And then it kind of went into costuming. And I like to do theme parties, which I've always done theme parties. And I like to dress up for them. And a lot of them were I've been in this lifestyle for 22 years. In October, it will be 22 years. So in the beginning, all of our parties were theme parties. And I would just build costumes as I needed them. And I keep them.
She's got Roaring 20 costumes that started out not as costumes. They were just clothing
Oh
from
my
back in the
goodness.
day.
Get the
So
crop.
now I know who I'm going to
Who's
for
being a
any
brat?
cosplays.
Who's being a brat?
Advice.
Wackadoodle you. I got my crop. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Thief?
but you can't hit hard enough with it.
Oh.
Oh my god, that sounds like a challenge. I want to see this later.
As someone who's been paddled by her, I don't think you're right.
No?
I don't think you're
Well,
correct.
until I see otherwise.
Well, if the listeners can't hear that, that's Brat of Steel saying, unless you've been paddled by her. What did you say? Then you don't think that's right?
I don't think it's you're strong.
I'm strong enough, he says. He says I could do it. Hard.
Whatevs.
I did get a 7 from Greedy one day.
A 7?
Yes, out of 10.
With what, your car?
Who's not a brat? What?
Right?
What? Who's not a brat?
Man, he wants us bad.
Did you
Yes,
have
please.
any more questions? Did I answer your question?
You
Okay,
definitely answered my question.
Cool.
And then I helped to clarify, so.
Oh, because it need clarification. I do want to talk about this Little Red Riding in the Wolf Bed thing because that sounds pretty hot.
It does sound hot.
Yep.
Yeah.
She knowingly got in bed with the wolf.
And did he ravage her?
I
Is that when he ate her? Like, ate her? Ate.
maybe.
All right.
Maybe you'll have to look it up.
Dang, Navatron, I just want you to tell me.
I don't think that version ever made it into any of the Grimm's fairy tales, but that was one of the original versions. And then there was a version of like Hansel and Gretel where it wasn't like the stepmom, it was their parents that like just
Were cooking
couldn't
them?
feed them, and
Oh, no, I saw that
and so
one.
like just kicked them, just ran
Yep.
away from them in the woods.
Yep, I saw that one.
And they're like, oh, we can't have that be the parents. We need to make it like an evil step person so that it all makes sense and the world is okay.
I've seen so many versions. The dad is guilt-ridden, leaves him in the forest. The parents both take him out. Or go, no, let's play hide and seek.
Yeah.
Or have a picnic. Oh, we need to go get something. We'll be right back. So many versions.
That's what
It's
I would do.
ridiculous.
That's what my dad did to me. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, Jack said, that's what my dad did to me.
Just hit you right on the daddy issues real quick. It's fine. We don't turn all of our traumas into kinks. It's cool.
Let's
Yeah, we do.
let's go back. Anemic. More questions.
More questions?
Yes.
More questions about switching?
Sure.
Why is switching awesome? I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Best of both worlds?
I think
Yeah.
I have to have cookies.
To switch?
Yeah.
I
Wait,
don't
to
know.
be a
To be
dominant, you have to have cookies?
Yeah. Don't you come to the dark side, have cookies.
Oh.
That's what Miss Suze always says.
Well, you know what? How about this? Have you always known that you were a switch blue?
Actually, yes.
Yeah?
I entered the community as a switch and sadly got too into my head and stuck with the stereotypicals of being, well, at the time I was female presenting. So it became females are typically submissive. And me and my partner at that time, which is still my partner, but was my only partner, both kind of just went into, well, dominant, submissive, and as the years went on, we're like, no, I have a dominant side. He has a submissive side. We were switches to begin with.
So just like that dynamic you had with each other just wasn't feeding you at that time while you're trying to figure it out, or
due to our living situation back then, which is now switched up and we're getting more stable, we just couldn't keep up with the needs of the dynamic and the time that it allotted with our working schedules. But now that all of that has changed, we're now reassessing and gonna see where we can get back to.
Yeah, that's hard when that happened. That happened to me and Gigantor too, because we used to be in a dominant submissive dynamic, and then I would say maybe a couple months into COVID, we realized that dynamic seemed to only exist when the community did, and we're like, okay, that's kind of the first problem.
Interesting.
Right? That's the only way I can really describe it. Like I was very interested in being submissive to him and doing all these things, and I'm still generally more submissive to him, but like following rules and stuff like that when the community was active. And I was realizing, I was like, is this a thing that's all for show in our heads? Like, is that the way that it feeds us? Because I'm an extrovert, so other people's energy feeds me. So I don't know, maybe if doing that level of performance, I don't know what it is for me.
Can I ask, you're a little, and when you get around other littles, you feed off their energy and you become a little.
Yes.
I'm wondering if you're a little empathic, and when you get around the group and you see all the submissives doing all the submissive-y things, if you just
feed off of it.
Yeah, you turn into that submissive side.
And you know what? That is probably true now that I'm thinking about that, especially because I feel like during the pandemic, I've been, like, I knew before, definitely not when I started. When I started out, I thought I was a slave and I thought I was monogamous, and those two things definitely do not describe me.
Me too.
But when I did find out about that little bit of switch that I had in me, and oh geez, what did he say?
They all raised their hands.
And we all raised our
They're
hands.
like, yes, us too.
Well, when I did find out I had that, like, what I thought was a little bit of switch in me, I was like, okay, well, I can work on exploring this. But I mean, one of the things that I am grateful for when Gigantor and I ended that particular dynamic that we had is that I was able to explore my top side a lot more. And now it's like, I'm just like, maybe I'm not even just a general switch. I might be a top heavy switch because I'm really enjoying this part, you know? So I don't know, when events come back, I'm going to have to see kind of what happens with it. Cause I don't know. It's a weird one.
I'm going to be curious. I'm going to watch you.
You're going to watch me?
Yeah.
You're going to watch me beat people up?
I'm going to watch, yes.
Okay, great. Then I'm going to be really nervous about it. I'm going to be like, am I doing
It's
good, Lala?
me.
Tap, tap, tap.
It's don't tap, tap, tap. They don't like it.
They don't
And they
the
don't
tap,
like
tap,
it
tap.
when you hit them and then go, is that okay? And then you rub it. I'm sorry, are you okay?
Oh, well, I'm not nice is the problem. So
Oh, well, then I'm
I knew that
definitely-
even when I thought I was a bottom, that I wasn't nice.
A lot of butts need to walk around with a tiny handprint.
There you go. Exactly. That's what I was saying. I was like, yes, I have very small hands, but can you imagine the teeny tiny handprints they're going to leave all over you?
That'll be so cute. I like it.
Yeah, Jack did a amazing drawing
Oh,
of what it would look like.
Oh, that's cute.
We should take a picture of that and put it on the Discord.
Definitely need to. I also like this happy womb escapement tape. That's phenomenal.
I Lovely Pariah.
Oh.
It's great.
Lovely Pariah drew it?
She did good.
Yeah.
It's super cute. I love it. Okay.
Okay, so that was fun. I mean, that's personally all I have to say about switching. It's awesome, and I think it's cool we have another Switch on. I'm very happy about that.
And just to be clear, I am not a Switch. I am not a Switch.
Then you're missing out.
I play one on TV. I am not you can pay me, and I'll do it, but I am not a
Would
Switch.
you say that at most...
What was that?
What are your rates?
What are my rates?
Would you say that maybe you service top?
Yes.
That I was just thought about that because I know I've seen you top before, and you seem to be like enjoying it, but not the way the tops who are super into that play do. It seems like it is like a service for you.
For me, like, okay, so I started with Greedy because Miss Suze is, you know, she just likes to drag me in and try to make me a top. She thinks it's great fun. I do it with her just because we laugh so hard and we just have a really good time. And it's kind of like a competition to see who can get the higher number out of him when we whack him. But I have topped Jack, and I've topped. I did a pickup play and I topped someone. I did not do well because I hadn't been practicing flogging, which I have been recently. So I'm better aim now. But yeah, no, I would do it if I would.
You would do it to make the other person happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Make me happy, Lala.
Are you serious, Steve?
Maybe.
All right. We'll chat later.
Okay.
We'll see.
I'd beat up Thief.
Yay.
I mean, I think it could be fun.
Tiny handprints.
Open up. Open up. Open up.
But you said you too soft.
You say that you don't.
Jack says I don't.
I don't think that you do it too
I
soft,
think he's
Lala.
placing a challenge.
Yeah.
I think so too.
You broke a paddle with my ass.
Who did?
You. We broke one of your paddles with my ass.
It's true. I think it was already cracked though. Oh, speaking of that, check your toys. If they're cracked, don't use them.
Yeah, definitely check your toys if it's been a very long time before you've used them. Actually, I think now is a good time, if you guys are cool with it, for us to talk a little bit more about our sponsors.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were going to take our dildos and bend them and see if they're cracked or not.
I mean, we should probably also do that too, but I don't think... Actually, that's a lie. I do have dildos. They're just in Jack's car. I'm not going to go get them. It's fine. Anyway.
Let me add something really quick before we talk about our sponsors. When you're cleaning out your bag, people, don't forget to clean the bag.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the leather and the other things, they will leave debris in the bottom of your bag, and all your toys are going to touch that. So... yeah.
Not to mention all the wrappers that you've randomly thrown in over the last...
Yeah, clean out take everything out, inventory it, do it. It's good.
The business cards that you've collected over time.
Business cards.
Stickers.
What the freak?
You have an interesting play bag.
I know. I want to get in your play bag. I want stickers. Look my book needs more stickers. Okay. Anemic.
Yes.
We're going to talk about sponsors.
Yes. Since we were talking about wood.
Nice wood.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about our sponsor, JW Paddles.
For all your wood paddle needs. And insertables. They do some insertables.
Yeah. Are they on the website yet?
I don't know. But you could special order them.
Yeah.
You could tell them what you want, and they will make it custom.
That's true. Paddles
Because
too.
they like a challenge.
Oh, yeah.
And they will also engrave it, custom engrave.
That's awesome.
Yes. And if you want a certain kind of wood, they will research that wood and go get that wood and make it wood.
Make it wood. They'll wood your wood.
They will make it into a paddle.
At some point, I don't think that it's made it to the Discord yet, but at some point I'm going to have to post a picture of the paddle that they made for me because I love it so much.
Yes, you should.
Like, every time I see it, I smile. Also, it feels wonderful to bottom and top with.
Nice.
I can tell you my girlfriend is a real big fan. So they do absolutely amazing work. My first paddle was also a JW paddle.
Mine too.
Yeah. I think I got it at the Fresno Ball a couple of years ago. So it's really cool, and they're great about communicating with you about what kind of wood that it is, what sort of processes that it goes through, and they'll even give recommendations on how to use it.
Yeah. They're great.
And what size you're looking for if you're not quite sure. Just let them know what you want to do with it.
And the strength of the wood, the heaviness of the wood. They have a paddle. They call it ebony. and it's black wood, and don't quote me on what the wood is. It's black, and it's freaking thick, and it's so hardcore and heavy duty. One whack, and you're done.
Ooh.
I don't know. I think they only made a few. I don't know if they still have any. It's very expensive. Very expensive wood.
I want to say that they brought it at least once before, because I've seen this paddle, and I even like got to do like a little touch, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
It is beautiful. Like a lacquer, like shiny black.
Yeah, you
ebony.
can almost see your reflection in it.
It's literally
It's so
ebony.
shiny.
It's beautiful. Anyway.
Nice.
So we have other sponsors. We have Thief's Touch.
We do.
Vloggers.
For everyday occasions.
And fancy ones too.
Yep.
You can dress up with them. You can dress down with them.
Yep.
You can win one.
And if you're worried about somebody seeing them, you can just tell them they're cosplay props.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. And you hand make those.
I do. Every one of them is handmade. Mm-hmm. By little old me
Little old you.
in my bedroom.
And then we have...
How about Blue? Do you know another one of our sponsors? Wink, wink.
One of our sponsors was there last night. At Wicked.
Yep. Actually, 2 of them.
Now
Oh, you're
Lala's
right.
confused.
Yeah. Well, obviously,
Steel Brat Passies. Talk about Steel Brat Passies, Blue, and how absolutely wonderful they are, and how great Jack is at making passies.
and the fact that it can be fully customized.
Yes, exactly.
With anything he has in his inventory.
Yeah.
And speedy output.
Super speedy, too.
Yeah, he gets them done
That
quick.
was crazy.
And always has time, and if available, can do actual deliveries or pickups if
If you're in like kind of a local area.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll ship as well.
Yeah, I was just checking out because I was packing for camp yesterday. And I was remembering, I was like, in case I want to go into Little Space, I'm going to bring some of my things. So grabbed one of my passies, and it was just like, I haven't been in Little Space for a minute, y'all. But I was just looking at it, and I was like, oh, that's right. I forgot it has like glitter inside the nipple too. So it's just super cute. Like the whole thing is so aesthetically pleasing that I'm just kind of like, that'd be the cutest little there. It's cool.
Aesthetically looking and also sensory appealing.
Sensory. It's really good for that.
The glitter?
Too.
It makes a crunchy.
Yeah, it makes kind of
If you
it's a
chew
little
on
bit of
them,
grit.
Okay. It doesn't have a hole in it?
No.
Okay. I'm thinking bottle nipples, sorry.
He uses like the super thick, like bigger pieces of glitter.
Oh, okay, the chunky glitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To where when you bite down on it, you'll either feel or hear that little crunch. Now,
Yeah.
I sadly cannot do any type of glitter in mine, as I have a habit of putting holes in the nipple.
You use it as a chew toy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, did you go from like Little Space straight into pet?
I've done that before.
No, my little just has a really bad chewing habit.
Oh.
I don't know if it's from my past or what. It's just a random thing that happens. If he's either too excited or too anxious, he will find anything to chew on, and that does not exclude people.
Interesting.
Speaking of people, let's talk about one more person.
Go for it, Lala.
Miss Bee Stings, which is, I can never...
Piercings by B LLC.
Thank you. I can never remember her shop name because she's just so cute. I only see her and I only see her name. And I got 2 big hugs from her last night and it was so nice.
Aw.
She's so cute and adorable and sexy. Dang it.
And does the nicey
Oh my
nicey
gosh.
stabs through the skin.
And she was wearing the cutest outfit last night. Like, she's freaking hot.
She's just
always
always
wears the
dresses so
cutest.
amazing.
Yeah.
She's so cute. She can pull off anything.
She could wear a brown paper bag, and I'd be like, yes, you're killing it.
Yes,
End
come home
me.
with me. Oh, did I say that out loud? Sorry.
Even
Anyway.
in work clothes, she looks amazing.
Yeah. So Piercings by B LLC. She has a website.
Yes, she has a website and she can be found on social media. She is by appointment only and she has a great selection of jewelry, and she's also very much so willing to work with you on whatever you need or want. And she's one of my favorite things about her that I really like to give her props for. She will let you know if you do not have the anatomy for a piercing.
Oh, lovely.
Knowing full well that she'd be losing out on that money. Because there was a time I went in and I wanted a belly button piercing and she said, "Sweetie, you don't have the anatomy for it. It wouldn't work out. I could try doing something else, but she's not going to just stick a hole in you to get some money out of you."
Nice.
That's great.
And her website is piercingsbyb.com.
.com.
Mom.
All right. Thank you, sponsors.
Thank you.
Sponsors.
We have a kink fetish of the week.
We do. And you're getting sleepy. Very, very sleepy. You're relaxed. Everything is calm.
Where am I going? Are we doing age regression? Are you taking me to my past life?
No.
Where are you going to take me?
Somewhere warm and soothing, but not too warm. The perfect temperature. It's like
In
you're
England?
floating in
There's
space.
no warmth in England.
There's coldness in England.
I know, but you're speaking with a British accent.
Was I?
Kinda.
Oh.
How about you're in a foggy forest and you're walking through the forest and you're not wearing shoes. And
Wait, you're walking through the fucking forest.
Jesus Christ. This hypnotism is not going well.
You gotta step in cow shit. Walking out in the pastures like that?
Has anyone been hypnotized?
I have done some hypnotism play.
Wait, where you were hypnotizing someone?
No, where I was receiving it.
Okay. I have too. Not play, but I've been hypnotized.
Oh,
At
really?
a county fair?
At Magic Mountain.
Oh.
Did it work?
In a private home? Yes.
Wow.
I know.
No, you're looking at me like that's a bad thing. I
know.
think that's cool.
Well, they videoed it.
Oh, maybe a little less cool.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get to see this video?
No. Nope. No.
Who has access to this
Blue,
video?
have you been hypnotized?
I actually have been.
Really?
We've only done it once, but it seemed to work well. I was still able to remember everything, but it was just a relaxed state.
Mm-hmm. It lets your mind be free.
Yeah.
And I actually have done it to other people. I wouldn't say it was a full hypnotized state. It was just more or less relaxing them into a very calmed state due to just them having a high stress environment.
Mm-hmm.
And they have always told me it's one thing they miss us being able to do since they moved, as it was a good friend of mine.
So you're able to kind of take some of that stress away. And maybe you can, I think that it counts as being hypnotized if you're just able to like take suggestions, right? And kind of like take them in and consider doing them. Like it just makes it so you're more able to receive suggestion.
Wait, is that how therapy works?
They're just hypnotizing you the whole time.
Damn it.
That is a form of therapy that people have done.
It's true.
They do it to receive affirmations. I would say that one of the coolest things that I had gone to do because most of the hypnosis that I've done has been with like long distance play partners. But there was a time at a tasting where I was actually getting sensation play done. And the top for that particular booth asked like, "Hey, would it be okay if I tried just a little bit of hypnosis on you? And, you know, we'll do some affirmations and just try to get you into more of a relaxed state to be able to receive the sensation play." And I was like, yes, I would love that, right? Especially since she was someone who I knew had experience in it. And so it was pretty amazing because, you know, the tasting, it can be loud because there's so much going on. You know, there's paddling, people are talking, people are laughing, people are yelling and shrieking. But she was so good at it that, you know, she was doing the sensation play and she was just right in my ear and she was talking me through it and everything else melted away because she had such a great voice for it. And she told me all these great, happy and positive things while reminding me of the sensations that I was feeling. And I remember I came out of it and I was just like so refreshed. It felt like I had just woken up after getting the perfect amount of sleep.
It's
Wow.
amazing.
Yeah, so she did great with that. The other things that I've been on the receiving end for were I usually hear them, they're called like mind melters or mantras. That's how you pronounce that, right? And they were usually they're on top of like a repetitive sound or a repetitive beat, and that's what gets stuck in your head, and then the words start to get stuck in your head. And so it's usually
boy bands.
There you go. They're hypnotizing all these young girls and just spending money to go to their tickets. go to their shows, not go to their tickets.
Damn sex.
They're selling their sex.
That's what it is.
Thief, have you been hypnotized?
I do not believe so. Not that I recall. Just don't ever say orange lemonade around me, please.
Orange lemonade.
Oh, he's gonna kill us all.
Thief, have
We
you
just
ever,
activated him.
I know. Have you ever hypnotized anybody?
No, I wouldn't even know how.
Yeah. I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the calm enough energy to do that.
I was gonna say I don't think I would have the patience.
Yeah.
I would just.
I could imagine putting myself to sleep trying to hypnotize somebody.
Watch this watch.
Right.
Click, clack.
So in that case, Blue, how do you do it? Since you've done it successfully.
I wouldn't say it's like the typical version.
Mm-hmm.
I just use as low, soft toned. And with mine, it was more through touch. As I've learned, basically, a soft touch around like the eyes and the bridge of the nose in a rhythmic pattern tends to cause a relaxation that most people don't realize.
I could see that.
Yeah, I'm kind of imagining it right now, and I'm like, that seems like, I don't know, I'm a touch slut.
Now I want a facial.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I'm
Wait.
sure. I'm sure that we can arrange that. There.
I don't mean like a cum facial.
Oh, well, hell, okay.
Hello. I wonder. I didn't think about the touching thing. I love to touch, like, it doesn't even have to be a partner. It could just be a friend.
I love to be
But, like,
touched.
just trail my fingertips across their skin.
That's like my favorite thing.
Touch
Like,
me.
if
Orange
they-
lemonade. Touch me.
If they get goosebumps, it's like an encouragement to
Trying to hypnotize me.
just keep going.
To touch me.
But it has turned into kind of, I don't want to say making out, but like it's turned sexual
Yeah.
for them, not me. You know, like I'm not even aware of what's happening, and they're just start squirming and moving around and like trying to get me to go other places, and I'm like, hello? What are we doing here? Like, hi. No, I gotta go.
I think
Sometimes.
maybe it's just because like that builds a level of intimacy, and so maybe some people's brains just assume, oh, he's doing this because he wants to fuck, or
Well, also in like a comfort too. Like it's just relaxing. Like,
Yeah.
for me, like to have somebody touch me or just play with my hair, like that is an instant like, yeah, amazing.
It drops a level of a security barrier.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
And it definitely has to be somebody close. Like it can't be a random person.
Oh
No,
yeah.
because that just sends up the barriers even
Yeah.
higher.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a quick,
Anxiety.
okay, creep. Nope.
Red
Yeah.
flag, red flag, red flag.
But I wish it could be.
I gotta pee.
I wish I could pay somebody.
That's
to
what I
do
would
it.
do if someone started touching me like that, and I
You
didn't-
can
I
pay
didn't
me,
like it.
Thief. You can definitely pay me. I will cuddle with you and I will play with your hair
Hey
and
thief.
give you soft touches.
Hey thief. You don't have to pay me.
Okay.
And I'll
would you-
spank you afterwards.
Would you be offended if I paid her but didn't pay you and you both did it at the same time?
No, I think that'd be fun.
Okay.
I'll just split her with her later. It's fine.
Oh, speaking of which, I was thinking of something for the littles when we start getting things back together.
Wait.
yeah?
What?
How does a touchy threesome blend into suddenly the littles?
Because I was thinking of my body.
What?
Cuddle puddles.
Cuddle
Cuddle
puddles.
Cuddle puddle.
Is there a lot of touching in a cuddle puddle?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of soft touches.
A little's cuddle puddle?
Yeah.
Or just a cuddle puddle?
It's
In
snuggling,
general.
though.
You
It's
can
not,
It's just
do
snuggling.
Not inherently sexual.
Yeah.
I I'm just asking. I don't know.
Oh, trust me, even pet players end up in a big pile on top of each other, which melds into a cuddle bundle, and there is nothing sexual of it.
Okay, I totally interrupted you.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Thief.
No, it's fine. Whatever.
Do it.
I was thinking one of the things that I remember doing as a kid was I had like he wasn't really an uncle. He was like some other person in the family. But he used to take his shirt off and lay on his stomach, and he'd let us kids like draw with pens and stuff on his back.
Oh, we've done something like that before.
Oh.
Actually, we've colored in someone's back tattoo. It was really cool. It was fun. It was all of us and they had this big old piece on their back, and we brought markers and we were able to go and color in their tattoo.
Awesome.
That's so fun.
They were like a human coloring book. And I've done that with in Little Space with Gigantor before. He had little cupping bruises on his back, so I drew flowers around them.
Oh, cute.
It's one of my favorite forms of play when I'm little.
Someone in the group, I'm not going to say her name, but one year at camp, that's just something that we did, is she would take off all her clothes and lay down at the campfire pit, and we would just draw all over her. She loved it.
Now I want to go get markers.
You should mention the paint pour.
Oh, yeah. There was one year. It was super cool. The first year that I had gone, there was someone who had paint poured on them, because paint pour was the in this case the top, their form of artistry.
Okay.
And so they did paint pour like all across their chest, and they kind of like laid out in the sun till it all dried. They had put, do you remember, Jack, what they put it? They put latex. Yeah, that's what it was. So that it would peel off.
Okay.
And they peeled it all the way off, and then they were able to put it onto like a canvas and just have it like displayed as like, so it was like a co-optive art project between the two of them that they had a physical memory of later.
Nice.
One time at camp, they did finger painting on bodies.
Ooh.
So whoever wanted to be painted, they would just take off whatever they were comfortable taking off, and then everybody finger painted on everybody. And they had showers. So afterwards, there was lots of giggling and screaming in the shower. So it was fun.
Now I'm thinking we have to go pick up paint.
It was a big shower room at the time. I think it's much smaller now. So like 3 or 4 people could fit in there, and the way it was set up like a pop-up tent, so the walls were not quite tall enough so you could totally look in. It was so much fun. So we got to watch them all be silly and screaming and trying to clean each other off. That's great. Good fun.
Nice.
And they do make edible paint, though.
Oh, you just clean it off yourself. Oh, Lala's making a face.
I have a lot of things I don't like.
Really?
Food, body.
How often we bring up things and you're just like, nope.
And that's one of them.
She won't even put olives on her fingertips.
Yes, I will.
I don't like that either, though, but I don't like olives.
Yes, I will. That's fun.
Yeah, I'll put them on my
But you wouldn't
fingertips.
want,
But
And I'll
you want
eat them.
somebody to eat them off of your
That would not
fingertips?
bother me.
Really?
If I could feed you strawberries, I could feed you my olive fingers. I could. I just, having someone eat something off of me is disgusting.
Oh, so it's your body that...
But you could eat olives off my fingers. That wouldn't bother me. But I think
like the idea of being like a human platter is too much. It messes with me a little bit too, and I can't really tell you why it does.
You don't like it,
but I don't like the idea either. And I've done service around human platters, and I think it's awesome. I think it looks really fun.
I don't even want to see
but
it.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't
Let me
even
ask
think
you
I want
both
them.
this. Are either of you opposed to being licked?
Yes. Well,
In a non-sensual area.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't mind it, actually.
I've been licked on the face. It's very weird.
A lot of times, it's either distinct feeling of the fact of saliva being on your skin or the texture of the person's tongue that does not agree with something in the sensory of the mind.
Interesting. I think it's a combination of nasty food, sticky, gooey grossness on me with someone's mouth germs on me.
That is fair.
I think it's just I know that I'm entirely too manic to stay still. So I would just be making it terrible for everyone involved.
That is such a good point. I would not be able to lay still long enough.
Yeah.
And even like people have brought up, oh, well, what if we put, those big banana leaves on you and then the food's not even touching you? I still couldn't do it. Yeah. I still don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it.
Do mummification real quick.
I love mummification. That's a whole other topic, though. Yeah, I don't know. It's my own issue. But hypnosis. How do you help me?
Halitosis?
Hypnosis.
Oh.
What is it?
Hypnosis.
Hypnotize. I keep wanting to put a T in there.
Well, because there's hypnotists.
Yes.
So you're probably going there and
Just adding all the words together in one. Did we answer? Does our audience have anything to say about hypnosis? If so, you have to come to a microphone.
it can
And get
also
nose.
Oh,
Shaking
yeah, I was gonna say,
nose.
we didn't, like, read, like, what
yeah, I
part
was
of
gonna
it.
say, it can also help you with like sexual shame, trauma, or dysfunction. You'd probably want to work with a sex positive clinical hypnotherapist, but they exist and they're out there. You can find them in the world.
Yeah.
They will help you.
Yeah.
It also says it could be used as a form of consensual non-consent,
Ooh.
which makes sense to me because in, like, lead up to CNC scenes, I've done or been on the receiving end of hypnosis before.
Bradler, you need to learn hypnosis.
I've seen some not quite porn videos that were amazingly hot, and it was all about them having somebody orgasm, like with a word or a certain touch, like they grab their hand or something and they just lose control.
And that was from hypnotist?
Yeah, and who knows? It could have been faked. It could have been faked for the video, but it looked really real. And I wish I had kept this video or remembered to bookmark it, but I didn't, and now I can't find it.
I can definitely honestly say that is a thing. Now, yes, it's not, for me, it wasn't a constant word. Well, actually, maybe it was. But it was the coaxing while under the suggestion.
Right.
To be able to repeatedly back to back.
Yeah, and it was the greatest part about it for me watching it was the realization on her face, but also the not being able to really stop it. Like it was just, it was very hot.
Well,
very, very hot.
I do know that there are people that, like, especially folks in dynamics, that will train the bottom to come at a certain word or action or at a certain time or to a certain song. So I've seen that. And, like, I don't know. To me, it's just like you're building a habit in that person's head, so they automatically associate with it.
Ooh.
Or, like, they're being Pavloved.
I've
Like,
heard this.
I was very upset with my ex because I realized that he Pavloved me into something. I don't do it with anyone else. It was just something that he conditioned me to do on accident.
Barry White music?
No, it was like he would like give me like, he would like rub my like hair, like my scalp in a certain way. And after about 2 minutes, like, you know, he would kind of like slowly push my head down, like, you know what I want, right? Every time he did that, automatically I was just kind of like, I should suck his dick right now. And it wasn't even like,
Oh, wow.
he didn't mean to do it. Just he had done that enough times with that suggestion that when he started to do it, my brain automatically went, oh, it's time to do that, and I'm horny now, even though that feeling itself doesn't inherently turn me on.
That's crazy.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you like accidentally Pavloved me.
I'm Pavlov too. Just reach up, grab my hair, and I'm instantly on my knees and want to. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's my own thing.
I'm like, if you grab me at the back of my neck, then I'm automatically like, I'm a bottom.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm on my knees. It takes me to my knees. I wonder if that's a form of hypnosis. Boom. Drop. Dang.
It could be, right?
It could be, right?
I think we
Possibly.
need to talk to someone who's experienced in hypnosis and ask them if that's something that counts.
Do we know anybody? I don't know.
I know someone who's done it before, so maybe I could reach out to her and ask
yeah.
her.
That'd be fun.
Do you know someone?
Doesn't K-Spin does?
That's who I was thinking.
Yeah, K-Spin, that's actually where me and my partner at the time even got to the point of trying hypnosis. They had a really good class.
I say when I was at when I was talking about the story at the tasting and sensation play, it was K-Spin who like totally like melted my brain in the best way. And then I woke up and I was like, I'm ready to go get my ass beat. So and win the day. So yeah, so maybe we should ask K-Spin about it and be like, hey, this particular, because now that I think about it, because they do behavior modification classes, and that is a part of that. It's a form of behavior modification, so I'm sure hypnotism is probably a form of behavior modification too, or can be used.
Because they did, it was a two-parter. It was the behavior modification with the hypnosis in it, along with their bimbification class.
Yes, exactly. See, now I'm starting to remember all these things.
Well,
K-Spen's
I
great.
think that we need to have K-Spen come visit us.
I completely agree. We'll have to reach out.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we talked about all of that.
Yeah, we did.
We talked about
I remember
all of
it.
Do you?
I remember it.
What's our word of the day?
Yeah, we got to come up with that.
Orange lemonade?
Hypnotosis.
Hypnotosis? Speak.
We're
the
looking at you.
word.
Oh, you want me to say?
Yes,
Yeah, you got to
please.
agree or come up with one.
I agree.
Which one?
Yep.
Okay, either one of those. Orange lemonade or hypnotosis.
We have 2 words of the day.
2 words of the day.
But you only get
One entry.
one entry.
What are some of the ways that they can give the words of the day?
They can...
By calling candy sweet box
Yes.
is is at least one of the methods. Do we accept it any other way, or do we just want it that way for right now?
I think that will
I
be
think
the
that's
way.
the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
Otherwise, we're going to every social media trying to gather the information.
that
Right.
is true. Okay, so word of the day can only be submitted through Candy's sweet box. Can you drop the number again?
805
303.
1173.
Oh, yeah. Call Candy in her sweet, sweet box.
So with that said,
For those east of the Rockies, the number is going to be 805
303.
1173. First time caller line.
anyway, hey Blue, final thoughts? You got any?
I think I'm good.
You think you're good?
Yeah.
I think you're pretty bad, but it's fine.
He's got a new idea for a scene in the woods.
We get some chatter from the audience. You have to speak up. We can't hear you. Oh, all right.
We have headphones on, sir.
And you don't want the listeners to know what you're whispering back there? They're missing out on
They
fun.
He's saying dirty things to his partner. It's fine. He's just trying to rile him up a little bit.
Is it working?
A
I'm
bit.
looking at
a little
Blue.
bit as I'm looking at that grin?
Yeah,
I think it is
he's trying not to
working.
look over there.
He's holding up to his name.
Yep. Brat. Lala, final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Looking forward to learning a little bit more about hypnosis. So, I mean, I don't know. What is it? C-SPAN? No, X-SPAN? K-SPAN.
K-spin.
Whoa.
Woo.
Wait, what is K-SPIN?
K-spin.
Okay, don't know this person. So I wouldn't reach out to them. But if
She
you
probably does.
do, that would be spectacular. Just to get a little more information that we can
Try to share.
go back on next week and give some more information. Final thoughts. This is a fun show. I'm glad that we were here, and I'm excited for you guys going to camp tomorrow.
Yeah.
And look forward to hearing all about that. And take care of your toy bags, and don't forget to keep watching Fet Life because a date is going to drop.
Ooh.
That's all I'm saying.
Well. Thief, final thoughts?
For some of those dominant males out there who would never in a million years consider themselves a switch, but you're just going to lay there and tell her to climb on top and do whatever she wants because you're too lazy to get involved, you might want to rethink that, buddy. A little bit of submissive in there somewhere. Hiding, huh? Let it out.
Calling them out. Calling them out.
That's my only final thought, though.
Before Anemic gives her final thought, Thief, you had talked about
84.
discount.
Discount.
Is that still going on?
The 10% one is, yes.
The 10%? Oh, so did you... Okay. All right. Anemic, final thoughts?
I am going to give you a thought that Miss Suze gave me, a piece of advice that Miss Suze gave me forever ago that really helped me when I was having an identity crisis. And it was just never put yourself in a box. And I wasn't sure what she had meant when she had originally told me that. But she says, as someone who has put herself in a box, never put yourself in a box. Don't get too comfortable with your box.
What's in the box?
Take me out of the box. I want to play. All right. I like that.
Yeah.
She's a smart lady.
She is a very
She
smart
is.
lady.
Oh, Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's okay.
What were you going to say, Lala?
Nothing.
Speak.
No, it's not a final thought. It's a story, so it might go on. So we should probably say goodbye.
Well, this is the story that goes on and on.
Do you want me to tell it?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I think I have bad karma from last night, which was wicked because I kind of stayed on my side of the table for most of the night, and there were a lot of new faces there, and I didn't go out to like reach out to them.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So the karma portion of this was I had nightmares last night about like not talking to other people. So W of JW Paddles, well, J and W, they were both in my dream, plus their partners, plus my husband, plus my partner. So we were all in Japan, of all places. And W wanted to go see something shiny. So we all left the hotel without our phones, our money, anything. We all got distracted, like away from each other. We didn't know Japanese. I couldn't talk to anybody. And I got stuck in this weird art installation where it was all interactive. And I couldn't get out because it was like a maze. And there was this really skinny hallway with these rakes that were... is this horizontal or parallel? Where you have to like... what's this?
That's horizontal.
Horizontal and parallel aren't necessarily opposites.
Sticking out of the... It's not?
No.
Parallel
vertical.
runs- yeah.
Parallel is two things.
So parallel, horizontal.
Horizontal is just going this way. Something can also be can be horizontal and parallel if they're two items.
Okay,
that are like this.
not parallel. They were horizontal. All these rakes, all the tines of the rakes, they were sticking out of the wall, and then the other wall was so close that you had to walk on these tines, and they were like up above the ground. So I had to walk on these bouncy, stupid rake things, and then beyond that was the room kind of opened up a little bit, and then there were all these branches just beautifully hanging but very dense, and so you had to like move your hands to part the branches to get through it. And I was like so rushed and freaked out, and I got all the way through the branches and hit a wall, so I had to turn around and go back and do all of this stuff again. And then I ended up on this stadium seating thing, but they were like car chairs, but they didn't have seat belts. And this person came by and put my arm in this leather loop that was attached to the chair.
Yeah,
and there was
loops.
an elderly couple sitting next to me, and we were on the bottom row. And all of a sudden, they weren't looped. They didn't have loops on their arms. And all of a sudden, this stadium shoots straight up in the air, like up a cliff. I don't even know. And the exertion of it is pulling me down. And I see this little old lady like struggling. And I think she was speaking German, to be honest. So I did the total mom thing and threw my arm out to save her. But the one loop that was holding me wasn't strong enough. So I'm trying to like loop my arm through another loop and hold her. And we're going up so fast. Oh my gosh. It was the worst dream. And I swear it was karma because I didn't talk to anybody on the other side of the table last night.
What do you think the dream was trying to tell you?
That I
She
need
needs therapy.
to learn Japanese, German, and not be afraid to talk to new people.
I think that last one is probably true.
And be prepared.
I think that in those moments you wish that someone would have communicated with you. So maybe you were empathizing with the folks that you didn't communicate with, and you're thinking that maybe you could have imparted some welcoming knowledge upon them or something like that. And maybe because I know you're just kind of generally a nurturing person. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why you thinking of like you automatically started caring about the lady as well as yourself, but you reach yourself out in that sensitive situation to take care of that lady. So maybe you just feel like a sense of nurturing that you haven't been getting out with the other people.
Maybe.
Or you just need therapy.
You were staring at somebody's tits last night and it followed you into sleep, and all you could think of was Tune in Tokyo, and so that's where the Japan thing came from, because you just wanted to touch her nipples.
Listen, I blame W, and I don't know his screen name. I think it's Hog Rider or something like that. W from JW Paddles.
HD Rider.
HD Rider. I blame him because he's the one.
Hog Rider?
He's the one that dragged us out of the hotel room, and I just kept telling him, I want my phone. I need my phone.
He didn't drag you out. It was your dream.
He did. He dragged me out.
It was your
HD
dream.
Rider. I raise my fist and shake it at you.
Okay, well, with that story, I guess I'm just going to quote Captain because I can't think of anything more unique. We are out.
Bye.
There you go. I did the thing.
I think I need to learn Japanese. You did good.
Thanks.
That was a good entrance and a good closing.
I'm a little sad I had a copy captain, though. I wish I could be a little more unique.
I almost said tomorrow, but next week you can be more... Oh, you're not going to be here next week.
I'm not going to be here next week. I'm sorry. I'm going to be beating a boy's butt.
Wait, am I going to be here next... Oh, I know. Yeah, the zoo story. Yeah. Am I going to be here next week?
I don't know.
Let me look at my thingy.
I can arrange for guests.
I will be here.
I do have a closing.
I'll be here.
If you're not going to be here.
Okay. Ooh, what's it going to be?
For next week?
Do you want to know what it is?
Are we recording still?
Yeah.
Are you going to cut it off right here so nobody can hear it?
Probably.
All right, good. Bye, guys.
No, it's going to be... Bye!
I love it.
Oh, I love it.